Hey guys, in this video I will show you how to cover huge distances with the snap hook, how to make a two-part remote trap, and how to make your own bat in the sky as well. These are just a few of the things you will see in this video, so if you are curious and like this kind of stuff, consider subscribing. So I will separate this video in chapters for what worked and what didn't work, and a lot of the things in this video will be simple observations or mechanics, but the beauty of this game is that you can often combine 2 or 3 mechanics to make something more advanced. So first thing is something simple. We have noisemakers. I remember watching a video from Epitome that you can use them to cheese yourself through doors, and then I kind of realized that they have unit collision. So some of you might be watching this and you're like, okay, this isn't anything too crazy, you have to like waste a lot of noisemakers to do this. But if you're committed enough, you could technically make a path above the matriarch and just start dropping deadlines on her. So yeah, if you place a deadline trap on the final noisemaker and then just shoot somewhere where the chain is cut off, the deadline will basically start falling down. And yeah, if you have a long enough path, you can do this on the matriarch, but this is still kind of useful if you have people camping at the bottom of the zip lines on like large height areas. You probably could kill someone unexpectedly, but insanely situational. But you know, if you have a noisemaker and the deadline in your prison pocket, you can actually do it.
Okay, so there's a mechanism there.
Now I will envision an imaginary hater who will say, but it takes so much time to shoot the noisemaker, so you're gonna lose precious time for the deadline. You can build all of this on top of a radar flare instead, as the first piece of the puzzle, and then just place a deadline, activate the radar flare, the deadline will fall. But yeah, here, just gonna show you the example with trigger nades, because again, we have another reveal, which is a 2-step remote activation trap. So the first activation will drop down the trigger nades, and then with the second one, you can actually explode the trigger nades. The beautiful thing about this is that you don't actually have to be present to do this. Bit unethical. I'm just gonna start out with the fact that we're playing a third-person game, so there's a lot of things that I would consider unethical in this game anyways. So if your brain works exactly the same way as mine does, your next question would be, hey, can we turn the Rocketeer into a bomber? Not to be mistaken with a bombardier. That's a different thing. Anyway, kind of yes we can. Just I didn't do a good job doing it. I just couldn't keep it still, couldn't keep it steady. Technically, one of the trigger nades was set up correctly. So if I were to reset this Rocketeer, then activate the trap, it should actually fall normally. So the idea is that if you do this, reset the Rocketeer, you could potentially have someone later in the game just go below the Rocketeer, not knowing that it's booby trapped. I don't know, I feel so dirty saying the word booby trap. So yeah, someone would go below that Rocketeer, you activate the radar flare, the trigger nade falls, boom. You got the probably the most insane way to kill a player ever. So also 2 more things in this video. Once in a while the Rocketeer tries to drop you off by doing a little backflip in the sky, I guess. Basically what you're seeing on the screen right now. But if you jump while being stationary on the Rocketeer, it will reset the backflip timer. Here it just threw me off because I was running forward and I was like thinking, oh holy shit, we got Space Tower skip as well, which is the second thing of this clip. Anyways, I've also done extensive testing on the field crate, and as far as I know, the only thing you can attach to the field crate is the trigger nades. And you can also do a little setup like this, for example, taking a snap blast grenade, then trigger nades on the field crate, and you can actually launch it quite far from an elevated position. It's not possible to stack multiple snap blast grenades, I tested that, but you can, for example, launch the field crate further with synthesized fuels. The issue there is that you will have a hard time saving the trigger nade. Okay, now we are moving on to the snap hook mechanics. So first things first, you can move around the field crate with the snap hook. I was actually hoping that you would be able to drag yourself to the field crate. So if you were to launch a field crate, you could actually fly really far away. So I also tried to go around this mechanic by trying to attach myself to the trigger nade with the snap hook. But the snap hook just phases through, and the trigger nade is essentially the only thing you can attach to the field crate, to our knowledge. Yep. Next, you can also snap hook onto other players.
That was so god! Worked! Safe pocket, safe pocket!
And if you snap hook onto a ladder or a zipline, you can basically delay the snapping animation until you get off that ladder or zipline. So this works well together with the fact that you can snap hook onto the other players. So that other person can just go as far as they want and you will be able to fly to them. You might have seen actually some of the
Okay, just go,
shorts
just go.
popping off where people do that. Well, this is exactly how you do this.
Oh my god,
I
you're
wonder
so fast.
if I can actually steer a bit. I wonder if I switch my weapon, what will happen?
You're like a missile.
Okay, I'll try to switch my weapon.
If you're over cucumbered, you get the light guy to come and you just do this.
Oh, I can cancel it. I didn't realize that. If I press right click, it cancels.
Anti-climber.
And since I mentioned the zipline, I will show you the example when it's done with the zipline as well. So in case if you were in a solo situation, you might actually do this to do some fade away snap hook mechanics or something like that. I don't know. Figure it out yourself.
Okay. All right. That's some physics right there.
So building on the previous context, we decided to do this in a 3-person triangle. We decided to do this in a 3-person triangle to see what happens.
Oh. I'm flying. Oh. I'm changing directions and I fell down.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, jump. Oh, it cancelled.
That's interesting.
We also wanted to test if you can negate the fall damage by using the snap hook. So these were the first attempts. Oh, that's interesting. Done. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Oh, that kind of worked.
Yeah. Okay.
Since it kind of worked, we had to take it to the next level, right?
Oh my god.
Okay, it's really hard to...
I'll get you.
I made a
No.
mistake. Okay, here I'm not exploring a mechanic, but I just wanted to show you that you don't even need to use the snap hook to negate the jump damage. But we still succeeded. But also, you have made it to the end of this video. It's basically 9 minutes long. Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time on this. Making this video has just been insanely slow for me right now because my son is sick currently, and maybe I get 2 to 4 hours of free time when he's asleep, if I'm lucky. So yeah, currently I just don't want to push the length of this video any further. It's almost 3 AM. There are surely more mechanics to explore and cover in this one, but I'll just leave it for another time. For the next video, one of the 2 next videos, I would love to explore some PvP content. I'll try to find a twist to make it interesting, but currently I'm just a bit exhausted from exploring these game mechanics, and hopefully I'll be able to provide quality content when I'm trying something different. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.